I have 3 children, Dan, Maggie, and Julie. And in my mind, they'll always be babies, but they're not anymore. But I also have a 7-month-old grandson named Dax. He is the face of climate change for me. He will only be 32 years old in 2050, the year when science tells us we must be well on our way to a zero carbon future if we hope to keep carbon pollution to the levels that avoid the most destructive impacts of climate change. This year, 2050, had always seemed so far in the distance to me. Not anymore. I ask each of you to find a way to make climate change personal for you and for everyone you have the opportunity to speak to. Get people to understand that it's not about polar bears and it's not about glaciers. It's about them. It's about their children, their grandchildren, and the future that we hold in our hands for them. If you're a parent, yours is the most precious hands and most precious voice that we can bring to this fight for our health and our children's future, because you will remember the first time you held your child in your arms. It's unforgettable. I myself was amazed that I could be so in love with this tiny person that I had never even met before. But I was also terrified because I knew for the first time, right then and there, that my future and my happiness depended on the health and happiness of that tiny little son that I had. No longer was my world all about me. My happiness was now inextricably linked to the health and happiness of my child. If my son or daughter wasn't healthy or happy, then my whole world, I knew right then and there when Dan was born, it would just fall apart. This is exactly what we need climate change to be all about for each and every one of us. It has to be that personal. So talk about it at your dinner tables, in your places of worship, in your children's school, in your town, in your city halls, at your work, and in the voting booth. If you do, it will benefit your children and it will help us collectively to meet our responsibility to protect the best and brightest among us, our future, our youth, our kids. They're demanding it, and it's up to us to deliver it. Thank you very much.